It's wonderful to see all three of you, especially you, Kris, so I can congratulate you in person on your award.
Thank you.
Young Campaigner of the Year.
Fantastic, well done.
Yeah, absolutely well deserved. Now, you were diagnosed with breast cancer, was it 6.5
Six and a half years ago, yeah, when I was 23.
How important has Breastmates been, this campaign?
It's great for us to start talking, you know, to talk about boobs, get young people to start checking themselves, something I didn't do, and now I live with breast cancer and it's stage 4. And it's been great to, like I said in the VT, just to demystify the fact that, you know, there's a special way of doing it, for young people to get into the habit of doing it, and for us to sort of keep reminding people to do it, and that's what, you know, I feel that's what we do, and even though the campaigns, you know, come to the end and October comes to an end, we're going to keep doing that.
Always checking.
Yes,
always checking.
Always.
Giovanna, now you've been up and down the country and met some incredible people.
It's been a real eye-opener for me. One of the first ladies that I met was Alex Jones, who discovered symptoms when she was 21 and got kind of told that it was nothing, not to worry. And then at 23, she was finally diagnosed with breast cancer. So she'd lived with those symptoms for 2 years before anything was done. So now she's living with cancer and, you know, just like Kris. Whereas then I met Jenny Steele, another lady who was actually inspired by Kris's story, who was adamant that she got checked properly. And then the breast cancer was found at an earlier stage. And so she's now 5 years in the clear. Amazing. But it just highlights how important it is to know your body and to check yourself, and then to be adamant about getting checked properly beyond seeing a GP. If it's still there, if it's, you know, if it's lingering, don't just go, oh, I was told it was nothing, so I won't do anything else. If it's still there, just go back. If you harass them, who cares?
Fear gets in the way, though, for a lot of women, though, Kris. Have you found that as well? Fear. They have that fear of, I found something, I'm not going to go and tell anybody, I'm just going to quietly ignore it and it's going to go away.
Well, yeah, and it doesn't help that you know, the media doesn't help with that either. And I think with stories like mine, you know, I'm saying that I'm living with cancer, and for me, it's a doable thing. Yes, there are pointless deaths of, you know, people dying of cancer unnecessarily, and obviously the headlines today about early diagnosis, we're still really behind other countries, and that there's a postcode lottery around it. Just, if you're worried, get it checked out, present symptoms, you know, this is what it's all about. Early diagnosis can save lives.
Dr Hilary, even though the month, as Kris said, is coming to an end, it is important that it doesn't end the checking.
No, it must go on. The Breastmates campaign's been really good, and talk to your friends about it and encourage them to be breast aware as well. You know, we showed the demonstration, and there is no correct, right or wrong way to do an examination. We had a very brave model, Hannah, here, who demonstrated for us a self-examination. And as I say, there's no right or wrong way. There are different techniques, but use a technique that's right for you. You don't have to do this obsessionally every 5 minutes. But, you know, generally speaking, we show this. It's on our website, on Lorraine's website. Brilliant. So you can have a look at the whole demonstration and get used to a technique and use the same technique for you. And if you notice anything at all out of the ordinary, anything at all, go and see your doctor and explain your fears and your worries and be reassured. Usually, it's most of the time, it's going to be reassurance rather than worry.
Well, very good advice. And we've had a phenomenal response to the campaign. And one viewer, Julie Reilly, was watching Dr Hilary's examination last week, and after examining herself, found a lump. And Julie joins us live now from Birmingham. Julie, good morning. Tell us what happened.
Well, basically, I was watching your programme last Wednesday morning, and I do check myself regular. However, one of the things that was highlighted was checking right into the armpit. And when I found a pea-sized lump under my left armpit, quite embedded to the back of my armpit. At first, I just kept checking, and then I got in the shower and I thought, no, it's not there, and then it was there, and I came to work, and then I just thought all sorts. It really sent me into a frenzy. It was definitely there. So I called my doctor and I couldn't get an appointment. So I went down in person, and by this time I'd really worked myself into quite a frenzy. And luckily enough, I have private insurance, and there is a formality that you have to follow, a procedure, but I just went over and above and rang the hospital first, got names of specialists. She said, who do you want to see? I said, I don't care, I'll just see anybody. Then I saw my GP, who did actually say to me, he thought that it was okay, but I did actually get an appointment at the hospital, a private hospital, 48 hours later. They were fantastic. I had a mammogram straight away, had an ultrasound. They did find also a small cluster of cysts above on my left breast, which has turned out benign. So to say I am relieved is
Thank the Lord. How wonderful to hear your good news, and brilliant that you went straight away. Thank you so much for joining us.